So one way to use Slip and Slide, if you would like to share a presentation or content or information with students from a slide deck that you've already created, you can set it up this way so that one slide or more than one slide is pushed to students when you want to push them, when you want to deliver that information. So to do that, you probably already have, I'm going to close this. You probably already have a slide deck ready to go. So you have content that you're going to want to push to students one at a time. So maybe you want to push this particular slide on Monday, and then this one after you've reviewed it, maybe on Wednesday, etc. Or maybe it's something that you're going to, maybe it's a math class, and you're going to go over a topic, and you're going to create this slide deck as you go. So maybe it's Monday, you're going over a particular math topic, and then you're going to put that content on this first slide, and then you will push that slide to your students via Classroom and the add-on Slip and Slide. So I'm going to show you, depending upon either way you want to do that. I'm going to start with a already built slide deck, and I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to first go to Classroom, and I'm going to go to Classwork, and I'm going to create an assignment. Now, this assignment does not have to be worth anything. If this is just information, you can leave it no due date. You can leave it with no point value, whatever. You can choose your class, its students, etc. Maybe you're a special ed teacher and you just want it for a few students, just as reinforcement. So you could say, I'm just going to say this is test slip in slide presentation. And if I wanted to give direction, this is where I would do it. And I'm going to say add. Now, prior to doing this assignment, I have created a test presentation slide deck with no slides in it. Okay, it's blank. So you can call this whatever you want, something that would make sense if it's your math class, if it's your special ed students, whatever the content might be. So you're going to have my original. This is the information I'm going to be sharing, but this one is what I'm going to be assigning to students. It is blank. I'm going to fill theirs as we go along. So I've created that blank presentation. I am going to add that presentation. I'm going to go to recent. And here is that blank presentation. I'm going to insert that. And now the really important part is that I'm going to make sure that I say make a copy for each student. Okay, so here's my assignment. Here's my blank presentation slide deck. And here is make a copy for each student. I've made my decisions over here, and I'm going to say assign. So now, once that happens, you'll see, as with anything else, I have my assignment here. I need to go do a couple things. I need to go back to my slide deck that I'm eventually going to be sharing one slide at a time or multiple slides. And I'm going to click the add-on Slip and Slide. Here it says, it asks you a number of different things, the add-on. It says select a single folder in Google Drive. This is slip slides to test slip in slide, clear the select a single folder, add multiple folders from Google Drive, limit 9. There's a number of, you can go through tutorials, etc., but I'm going to just do simply select a single folder in Google Drive. So that single folder, though, is going to be what I just assigned. Okay, so right here, this is the folder that was just created by creating that assignment, test slip in slide presentation. Okay, so I'm going to say select. Now that is where I'm going to push everything. Okay, right here, if you notice down here, it says updating add-on menu. So I need to wait for that to happen. So now I know that I have created the destination for where my slides are going to go, and this is the cool part. So now, if I look back at classwork and I go to people, I'm going to see these are my 3 students, okay? And these are the 3 students who were just assigned a blank slide deck, and they are in the folder. They are part of the folder that I just selected for the slip and slide. So we go back to my slide deck that I want to share, and I'm going to say, back to add-ons, and I'm going to say slip and slide. And now I'm going to slip slides to that folder. So what do I want to put in that folder? So right here, time for some choices. Choose where you would like to start your slip and slide. Well, I'm going to start with slide 1. You can choose other slides if you want to. You could start with a current slide. You could choose a start to slide by number. So maybe I want to skip one and I'm going to say slide 2 instead. You make some choices here. Here it's where it says you need to choose where you would like to end your slip and slide. So right now I only want slide 1, okay? The last part is where in the student presentation would you like this slip and slide? So maybe I already have a number of slides in there and I want to slip it in between slides 3 and 4. I could do this, okay? I could add some information here. The last part, this is beta, slip in destination starting at what slide number, okay? Slip to the middle now. You could slip right into the middle of the presentation if you wanted, all right? So here I said start with slide number 1, only slide 1. That's where I am starting. And then, so here is where you could say start prior to the first slide or end after the last slide. I'm going to say start prior to the first slide. You can make that decision if you want to change that. Okay, slides have been slipped into the following presentations. So look, I have 3 students. They were sent to all 3 students, so I know that is successful. I'm going to close out of that, and I'm going to see if that actually is true. So if I go to back here, and I go to test slip in slide presentation, that was the folder that was created. I'm going to look in here, and look, all 3 of my students have the slide that I want them to have. Now, maybe today I'm going to go over some additional content, and that might be from my master slide deck. That might be slide 2. I can do the same exact thing at the end of the day. If I want them to have this resource, I would do the same thing. I would go to add-ons, I would go to slip and slide, I would say slip slides to that folder that I created, and I would do the same thing, okay?